trying to like figure out the best way to teach today. Okay, this looks good. We've got Winterbear right here. Smokey's right there. Y'all, I'm going to be extremely vulnerable and personal. It is like the first day of my cycle, so I'm feeling very heavy and I'm in a lot of pain right now. So, but I do still want to do this lecture today and my lives for tomorrow. Today we're going to be talking about energy healing around goal setting and how we get brainwashed in childhood, how we get programmed, how we get conditioned to struggle, setting goals, maintaining them, even figuring out what it is exactly that we're working towards in our lives. And instead of just like flailing around, like exhausting our resources and our energy and our time. And yeah, I want to talk about that. And I also want to talk about what happened to me yesterday was my mom and I went for a drive, and I'm going to do my best to not be super emotional and like cry on camera. Yesterday, my mom and I were driving around some canyons, and we were just trying to figure out where we should go do like a little campfire. And anyway, I Googled Mill Creek Canyon. So I live in Utah, and I Googled Mill Creek Canyon had like campfire sites, and I was like, cool. So my mom and I drive there, and there was like a little hut, like where somebody was like taking money when you leave, like on your way out. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like I've never like seen where you had to like go pay to like go up in a canyon, but whatever. Like I was like, whatever. Anyway, so I'm driving down the road, and there was like a bunch of like fences on the side of the road. There was a few trails here and there on the left. And then we kept going further up the canyon, and I remember seeing like a blue sign, and it said Camp Tracy. And I thought to myself, okay, Camp Tracy, like they have camps up here? Like what is that, you know? It looked like they had like little cabins and places to camp out at, like a little camping place. You know, it never clicked like that it was like a Boy Scout place because I didn't grow up getting involved with Boy Scouts. I did go to Girl Scouts, but Boy Scouts is very different than what I did. Like what I did was just so minute and so simple compared to like Boy Scouts of America. But anyway, and so it was sectioned off by like different gates. So there was like gate 1, it was like a first blue sign. It's a gate 1, and then it was like this first section, and then the next section it was gate 2. When I had to pull over because my feminine energy, something in my intuition was just like, do not keep going any further. And I was like, why? Like, is there EMF technology, you know? Because when we drove up to Little Cottonwood Canyon, there's this one place called Alta. And this is something I talked about on my Instagram channel, which is about the hidden EMF technology that's literally cloaked in the sky. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but you wouldn't be able to see it unless your third eye is open. And also decalcified from using stannous fluoride and sodium fluoride in your hygiene products. And so anyway, I'm also super sensitive to energies. So even if my third eye was still closed, I would still feel like the EMF technology stinging my skin. Like it's so intense. But anyways, that's a story for another time. I'm definitely going to make future videos on EMF technology and EMF wounds and how that can really affect human beings. But anyways, and so anyway, my feminine energy was telling me like, stop driving, like stop, you need to turn around. And I was like, why? Like, what is up here? And it wasn't until I got to that second gate that I felt sexual abuse energy hit my sacral chakra. And I was like, whoa. And I just told my mom, and I said, Mom, like, I just felt some super dark energy. I said, there's sexual abuse energy, like, over here. I said, whatever this Camp Tracy place is, like, there is sexual abuse energy over here. And she goes, oh yeah, like it's probably Boy Scouts. That's literally what happens in Boy Scouts. It's super like normal, right? Like to be expected. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why is nobody talking about this? Like, why is nobody doing anything about this? And so anyway, we turned around and we left, and we drove up to the little hut where the guy was like taking money. And I asked him, I didn't get his name, but I'm going to keep him anonymous. And I said, I'd like to ask you a question. I said, I drove up to one of your gates in the canyon. It was like gate 2 or something called Camp Tracy. I said, there's sexual abuse energy over there. And I was like, I'm a psychic and I pick up on the energies. And I just want to let you know, like, I don't know what the fuck goes on up here, like in these camps, and like why this is here, or who's responsible for this, and who owns the camps here, who owns the campsites. And anyway, he's like, yeah, it's pretty private. Not a lot of their stories are public. And he said he knows a lot of people who have stories there. And it just like broke my heart, because I didn't go through sexual abuse in Boy Scouts, but I did go through abuse when I was 6 by an uncle who was in Boy Scouts and who was abused in Boy Scouts. Okay. And it was crazy. It was just crazy how we like talked about that, and how he was just telling me how it just goes so unsaid. Like my mom was saying, he's like, yeah, like a lot of people have their stories and it's pretty private. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is nobody talking about this? Why is nobody doing anything about this? And it had me thinking, because I created a sexual trauma healing course, How to Heal Your Erotic Self, which allows human beings and potentially other beings on this planet to be able to experience a healthy sex life, to work with their innate sexual energy, and to create with that energy, to manifest with that energy, to heal with that energy, and just so much more. Like there's so much more to improve their finances with the energy. Okay. And when we go through trauma and sexual abuse, like it affects us on such a deep level, with goal setting, with our finances, with love, like with relationships. I mean, it affects like all aspects of our lives. And I was just feeling extremely disturbed yesterday. I was feeling so disturbed. I actually didn't even get my newsletter out until I think at like 10 o'clock at night, because I was just like, I don't know. I was thinking, I'm like, how can I literally like just give back to everybody who went through that abuse, everybody who went through that trauma? How can I give back as much as possible? Like, how can I do that? How can I help both women and men with this course that I created? And I'm not like a salesy person. I'm not, I don't create things just to sell it for bullshit. Like I feel like our sexual energy and our relationship to sex has been absolutely skewed and distorted and manipulated and abused for so many generations on this planet. And it bothered me so much. And I'm just like, I wanted to create just like what I could to give back to humanity. And unfortunately, healing from that kind of abuse is not something that I can just do in one YouTube video. Like, that's such a personal and private matter for a lot of people. And I feel like that's why I felt called to create like an online container, an online course for that, because it gives people like the privacy and the sacred space to be vulnerable and to heal from that trauma, and to have people, or to have somebody support them, But anyways, what I can do, just for now is just help peel those onion layers back one at a time with my YouTube channel, my YouTube videos. And, for those souls who feel aligned and feel called to do that deeper inner healing, that deeper inner work, definitely reach out, definitely, consider it, think about it. Yeah. I just like, I looked up the website of that camp of this summer, and there's more boys that are going to be going there and going to be going through that abuse this summer, and they have no idea what they're walking into. the parents have no idea what they're walking into. Maybe some of them do. Maybe some of them don't care. I don't know. I did find, I think, like one lawsuit on Google related to that camp, which was crazy with the sexual abuse that was going on there. But yeah. And I feel like the only way I know how to be an activist in my own way with my own gifts and my own talents and my own psychic abilities is using what I know how to do, which is teaching you how to heal yourself and having that sacred private container on my website and not affiliated with like social media or anything. But yeah, anyways, so let's shift gears and go into why you can have such a hard time with goals. So let's just reiterate the trauma and sexual abuse. Okay. Those are the two major things that I had to heal from, to release out of my energy in order to start mastering like how to set my goals and how to maintain them, but also this energy of caring, right? Like this energy of giving a fuck of your goals. And I feel like when you have so much trauma, when you have so much abuse energy that's stuck in you, that's following you around, you can get easily discouraged. You can, it's like you flake on yourself. You don't commit to yourself. You're like, oh, I'll just do it next time. And there's just this inconsistency that goes on. And I feel like it wounds our masculine energy. Because healthy masculine is consistency, okay? And I just want to mention what I found in my energy around this. So there was 3 major things I would say. Well, no, I would say there's 2. So I wrote down, why do I have such a hard time with goals? And I discovered some old conditionings, low vibrational conditionings in my energy from my grandfather. In my energy, and also old belief systems for my dad. And so my grandfather, he has his own law firm in Charleston. And I remember being a kid and seeing his elevator that he installed in his law firm. And he like never did anything with it. Like it just sat there. And I always thought it was weird as a kid. And I'm like, you're not going to fix it. Like you don't want it to work. You don't want to make your life easier. Like you just want to keep taking the stairs. Like why? And so anyway, like there was issues with like flooding, because in Charleston it's already below sea level. It's not like Utah. It's not like somewhere with high elevation where you can have basements and stuff. And so anyway, like I think there was an issue of flooding. And I thought to myself, like, okay, well, if there's an issue with flooding, then like why would you build an elevator somewhere where you know it floods all the time, like, and has hurricanes? Like it was just so dumb. But anyway, thoughts of a 6-year-old, right? And so somewhere in my childhood, I absorbed these conditionings. I absorbed these belief systems of like putting my goals off to the side, setting them to the side, like not giving a shit about them, being inconsistent. Okay, like there was so much energy, and basically what I did was I said, okay, why do I hard time with goals? And so, if you guys haven't seen my last energy healing video, no worries. Okay, I guess we're not going to use blue. We'll use dark blue. So I had conditionings. And I had old belief systems. just like hearing so many messages in my heart chakra right now. Oh my gosh. I just want to briefly mention this really quick. Oh my God, these cramps, y'all. Whew. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm struggling today. Oh my God. I'm just going to mention this briefly, which I keep hearing Palestine, Palestine, Palestine. It's like repeating itself over and over and over in my heart chakra. So about a year ago on TikTok, I made a video in October of 2023, I believe. And I felt this insane, passionate energy of wanting to do like a mass guided meditation with as much people as I could, because in my mind, right, in my teachings, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, if I could teach people how to connect directly to the center of the universe and emanate that pure life force energy through them, I thought to myself, I could get a bunch of people to do that in mass meditation. And we all meditate. I like lead the guided meditation, and we basically whatever you want to call it, if you want to call it astral traveling or remote viewing, whatever you want to say, we can all put our energy in the Middle East and just emanate source energy through us 360 degrees. Like, oh my gosh, it's been a dream that was like placed in my heart since last year. And I think I think it was like 2026 was when I was going to have enough people to like be able to carry out that dream. But anyways, like I had a few people reach out, and I tried to get a hold of them on TikTok, but their messages like disappeared or something. And they never reached back out to me, and I was like, no. I was so disappointed. But yeah, I told myself part of one of my goals is once I create like a big enough following, not even create, but like attract, I would say, a big enough following, I would so love to do a mass guided meditation to restore peace, balance, harmony. I desire to emanate out that pure, unconditional love to the land, to the people, to the plants, to the animals, like everything that has a consciousness over there. And what happens is in the etheric, in the astral, in the non-physical plane, okay, this is what happens when you emanate source energy. This happens in your dreamscapes too. Like when you dream at night, if you do the same thing, it happens the same way. And so anyways, if you have nightmares or if you get psychically attacked in your sleep with like dark entities or dark reptilians or whatever they are, whatever's trying to fuck with you, right? It's all secondary life force energy. That's literally a part of like what I originally teach. It's in my beginner playlist. I talk about it. And so I thought to myself, if we all got in tuned, if we all connected, and our energy systems, our nervous systems, our natural pillars of light can hold pure life force energy for an extended period of time, we can literally emanate all of that pure unconditional love out and neutralize so much darkness in that part of the world and other parts of the world as well. And I feel like it'll have such a massive impact for that part of the world and those people and for generations to come. And it's just such an incredibly powerful meditation that I desire to dream to lead one day. And anyways, I visited that part of the world, and that land is so, so sacred. Like the land of the Middle East, like the entire Middle East, it is so sacred. And unfortunately, there's a lot of low vibrational, dark heads over there, okay? And I just feel like if everyone got together, all the people who are safe and who are not involved in like a war zone, one of the ways we can give back is through participating in that massive meditation. And the effects it will have on the people and the planet will just be insane. Anyways, I feel like I had to share that really quick because it was just sitting in my heart, like, you need to talk about this. And so, yeah, I put that intention out there last year, and unfortunately I didn't get basically anybody to want to partake in that meditation. And so it just disappointed me. But anyways, it's fine because I know that eventually one day this community will grow so big that we could just do that as like a monthly ritual or whatever, which would be fucking awesome. So anyway, yeah, I had to share that. Anyways, back to the energy healing. Y'all, I told you today is going to be like emotional for me. Like, oh my God. After this live video, I'm literally going to go lay in my bed and like read one of my books probably because I can't today. Okay. So when you find yourself having a hard time with goals, okay, carrying out goals like I did, what you need to do is become aware of all of the hardened, stuck energy that is blocking you from being successful with goals. So in my energy, I had low vibrational conditionings and old belief systems. And so the way you get rid of these low vibrational conditionings is you want to set the intention to directly connect to source energy, okay? And you're going to have to perform what I call psychic surgery on yourself. And so basically this is what happens on a non-physical level. Okay, so here's you. I'm just going to try to like draw somebody sitting crisscross applesauce. Okay. Yeah, that's the best I got. So what happens is you run a direct connection to source, which is the center of the universe, okay? This is like my mini representation of source. Okay, it's just like this massive beaming pure white light at the center of our universe that we live in, okay? And so when you say the words, I set the purest intention at the highest vibrational frequency to connect directly to source energy, this is exactly what's happening on a non-physical level. Okay, and then you say, I ask source energy to come through my energy. So source, that pure life force energy is going to come down that column that you just connected to, okay? Come down the column, that energy column, and come directly into your secondary life force energy. And you're going to say, okay, source, I now uninstall, or you can say, you uninstall or ask source to do it, whatever. I believe it's the same thing. You can say, source energy, please uninstall, release, dismantle, let go of, whatever you want to say, whatever resonates, all low vibrational conditionings around why I have a hard time with goals, remove that out of my energy, and I call back healing energies, pure unconditional love, healing golden light, higher self, whatever else serves my highest contracts, okay? And then every time I do that, every time I work with one individual thing, I will clear my feminine, masculine energy, overall energy, and do the same thing. I'll send all old energy that no longer serves back to source for healing, and I call back healing energies, pure unconditional love, healing golden light, whatever else serves my highest contracts. And then clear your body memory. I clear all old body memory affiliated with that old energy, and I send that also back to source for healing. And I call back healing energies and pure unconditional love, my natural frequency, and all the things. And so anyway, y'all, these cramps are so bad. Oh my God. I need to rest. I really shouldn't have done this live today. But it's okay. We're fine. We're trucking along. Okay, and then you're just going to do the same thing for the old belief systems. And so you'll just do the same thing, run a direct connection to source energy. Okay, source, I now ask that you uninstall, dismantle, disengage, release, let go of all old belief systems around having a hard time with goals, sending that back to source for healing, and I call back healing energies, pure unconditional love, my natural frequency, and anything else that serves. And then, clearing your feminine, your masculine energy, overall energy, then the body memory, okay? And then there was something else I wanted to mention around this, which was, my gosh. Fell upside down. Okay, yeah, so I actually discovered this. Was this today? I think this was today. Yeah. Just gonna put that right behind winter. So part of the reason why I had a hard time with goals was because in childhood, I was made, like most people, made to believe to never take a risk. Oops. On myself. Okay? I'm just going to underline this and star it. So in childhood, like many of us, we're made to believe to never take a risk on yourself. And I thought to myself, okay, if I was made to believe this in childhood, where is that showing up in my energy? Okay. So I found, let me use a different color. Let's work with this one. It's purple. You're so sweet when you're here. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Mommy's not going to do anything. Okay, so here I found energetic residue. You're so cute. You're so cute. I really know. I love you. I love you. Love you, Junkie. I think she's like smelling the expo marker. Conditionings. Okay. Over there. Where did my selenite wand go? Oh, it's right here. I'm tripping. Okay. And so I thought to myself, where is this reflecting in my energy and how can I heal and release this out of my energy? So I scanned and I found energetic residue of this. I found low vibrational programmings of this. And I found low vibrational conditionings around this. And so anytime you find things such as programmings, conditionings, old belief systems, cellular codings, well, not so much cellular codings, but yeah, I would definitely say the top three, programmings, conditionings, and old belief systems, you'll definitely need psychic surgery for, because all that energy just gets hardened, okay? Sorry, 1 second. I will be right back, guys. 1 second. I need to go get some. Okay, y'all, I just had to go grab this emotional mala because, oh my gosh, I feel like there's so many heavy emotions releasing for my energy. And anytime it's like the first day of like my cycle, I get like super massive hot flashes, and this helps me so much. Anyways, like I was saying, y'all, oh my gosh. You will definitely, I highly recommend psychic surgery for programmings, conditionings, and old belief systems. And so I'm actually going to walk you through how to heal this out of your energy and some of the tips and tricks that I just recently learned how to do on goal setting and all the things. So, yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to sit on my chair to do this. Okay, so what you can do is say, okay, I now heal and release this energetic residue of being made to believe to never take a risk on myself out of my energy at this time, and I send that back to source for healing. And I call back healing energies, pure unconditional love, healing golden light, my natural frequency, and anything else that serves my highest contracts and the highest good of all involved. Okay, and then clear feminine, masculine energy, overall energy. Send all old energies that no longer serve back to the creator for healing, and call back healing energies, pure unconditional love, healing golden light. Anything else that serves, if you want to say that too. I'm usually super thorough with it. I will always say I call back anything else that serves. And then heal and clear the body memory from that residue. Send that back to source for healing, and call back healing energies, pure unconditional love. Woo, healing golden light. I don't know if I said my natural frequency or if anything else serves. And then we'll just do the same thing with the programmings and conditionings. You'll just invoke source energy to uninstall, release, let go, disengage, dismantle, whatever you want to say. All programmings and conditionings of this. I'm honestly feeling so out of breath right now. So you guys get the drift. I'm going to let you take a second, take some notes right here. I'm going to take a sip of water. Ooh. My little sweet winter bear. I love you so much. You're so cute. Whew. So, and because I believe that everything starts in the non-physical, it makes the physical so much easier to deal with. So once you clear and release all of this old low vibrational energy, all of this trauma, all this hardened energy out of your own energy, now you're in a better space energetically to receive, to create, to manifest, to experience all the things, right? So now that you've done the energy healing work, now that you've created the space by letting go of all that old energy that no longer serves you. Y'all, Winter is tripping. You're so cute, Winter Bear. You're so cute. You're just so cute. I love you. I just love you. She thinks I'm playing with her. Chunky. I feel like she's gonna bat my head any second now. Well, I told you. She's got a big smile on her face. You're so silly, Winter. You're just so silly. Yes. Can Mommy swipe this? Or are you gonna come after Mommy? Okay. Hey! You crazy. Oh my gosh, she's in a playful mood, y'all. Okay. I'm taking my seat, taking the chair back. Okay. I want to pick. I'm going to show you all the structure that I use and then how you can walk yourself through it. So first of all, figure out what your goal is, okay? So I'm going to put goal here. So for example, if you have a goal of, I don't know, you want to pay off one credit card. So pay off one credit card. Okay. How can you realistically make this happen, right? So like in order to successfully do a goal, you have to be able to measure it. Measure it. Get specific. And take the action, right? So say, for example, you work, I don't know, you work part-time in a restaurant. You work 4 days a week, or maybe that's full-time. I don't know. I think that is technically full-time. Anyway, so just say, for example, you work 4 days a week and you're like, okay, 4 days a week, I'm going to set aside, I don't know. It just all depends on how much you owe. But for this example, we'll just say, I'm going to set aside 30% of what I make into paying off this debt. And you can make the goal of doing it weekly, daily, okay, monthly, whatever it is. Okay, we're going to say weekly because we want to be able to measure it and get specific, right? This is just such a basic example. And then what is action that you can take between now and the next few days? All right, get clear about your balances, get clear about what you owe. Okay, that's one thing you can do. Get clear about what you owe. Start putting money aside now. It's just like whatever you want to do. Okay. Oh yeah, and then talking about the values. Oh, I feel like we're gonna have to pick up where we left off on this. You know what? Stay tuned for part 2 because I need to talk about how to get in touch with your values and what different examples are, and hopefully when I'm feeling better. So I'm just going to end it right here, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm feeling not the best. I will see y'all soon tomorrow. Stay tuned. And stay tuned for part 2.